So I got him to make me
Just a shorty?
just a shorty that he just wired up himself so it just stays on the camera the whole time.
Because at the beginning, these.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for coming down. And Happy New Year for those of you I've not seen since yesterday. We're going to talk first today about the first homicide in Vancouver of 2019, and then I will stick around, try to answer any questions that you have, and after that, anything unrelated, we can talk about it then. Vancouver police are investigating the city's first homicide of 2019 after a man in his 30s was killed in the downtown east side yesterday afternoon. Just after 8 p.m. on January 1st, police were called to an assault inside an apartment on Powell near Gore Street. Officers located a man in a suite in obvious medical distress. He died at the scene. Detectives from the Vancouver Police Homicide Unit have identified the victim as 39-year-old Vancouver resident Matthew Dylan Johnson. No arrests have yet been made. Investigators are continuing to collect evidence to help identify those responsible and what may have led to this person's death. Based on the initial investigation, detectives do not feel that the general public are at risk. Anyone with information about this homicide is asked to contact detectives at 604-717-2500 or Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-8477. I'll try to answer any questions that you have.
Constable, can you give us a sense of potential motive in this murder?
It's still really early in the investigation. We have been speaking with neighbors. We've been speaking with people in the area, looking for a video, collecting any evidence we can. So we're asking anyone with information about this incident to give us a call.
You said that there's no risk to the public, so do you think that the victim and the possible suspect knew each other?
We're not ruling anything out at this point. We're looking at all avenues. Based on the information we've collected inside the suite from speaking to witnesses, we do not feel that this was a random event.
Does anyone else live in the suite with the victim who called this in, and was the victim conscious or talking when police or emergency arrived there?
So just after 8 p.m. on January 1st, Vancouver Police received a call from BC Ambulance, who actually received the initial call. We worked together, arrived on scene. There were people in the area. It was very apparent that this man was suffering from medical. I'll go over that again. At around 8 p.m., Vancouver Police and the BC Ambulance Service were called to an apartment in the downtown east side, where they located a 39-year-old man in obvious medical distress. He died at the scene.
Any weapon found at the scene, or anything obvious that was used in terms of, I mean, when you say assault, was it assault with a weapon or something else?
I'm just trying to work through that exactly.
Like a physical assault that may have resulted in his death? Was there a knife or a gun or something else recovered that made it obvious?
I can tell you just after 8 o'clock on January 1st, Vancouver Police and BC Ambulance attended this apartment on Powell Street near Gore, where they found a man in obvious medical distress following an altercation.
What do you mean by medical distress?
So in need of obvious medical distress, so he's, injuries, traumatic injuries, things that really get your attention and you know that something serious has occurred.
You said there's more than one suspect?
I can't say how many suspects. We actually don't have that to share at this point.
Was it a neighbor that called 911, or do you know who phoned the police?
I can tell you somebody from within the building. I'm not sure of their status in the building.
Any sense if drugs could be a factor here at all, or alcohol or other substances?
It's still too early to tell.
First homicide on the first day of the year. What is that? Just comments on that. Is that concerning?
Anytime anyone gets killed in the city or anywhere, it's concerning for us. We have a very dedicated homicide team who are actively investigating this. We're asking anyone with information about this to give us a call. It's a joint effort here. We need the public's help to help bring our information together with the information the public provides to identify and hold the people accountable.
Obviously, we're in a new year now. How maybe just a comment as well on 2018 in terms of homicides. How many homicides were there in the city, and maybe how does that stack up to years past?
In the city of Vancouver in 2018, we had 15 homicides. I think that's on average over the years past. I'd have to get you the specific numbers. Like every other crime, statistics go up and down, and they go throughout the year. We started really high last year and things leveled off. One homicide in our city is too much, and we're going to take steps to identify the person or persons responsible for this one.
The victim in this case, a man with the same name and a birth year matching the age of the victim, was due in court today to fix a date for assault charges that stem from November. Is there any possible connection between this man's murder and that assault in November? Is that something police are looking at?
We wouldn't rule anything out. I have not been provided with any additional information about connections to other events. If that changes, we could let you know on that. Okay, thank you. Any other unrelated questions?
Do you have any New Year's Eve updates on incidents or any kind of trouble that happened?
We're happy to report that we had a very large, let me say that, we're well prepared for New Year's Eve. We know these things are happening every year. We prepare for hundreds of events each year. We had a really large physical, visible presence downtown and throughout the city. On average, to give you an idea, we get about 684 calls a day during the month of December. This year, we had 845 on New Year's Eve. Coincidentally, that's the same number we had in 2017 as well. There were no significant issues reported in the city related to New Year's Eve. We did do some road checks out there. We had at least 13 impaired drivers taken off the road on New Year's Eve. That's strictly related to the counterattacks that we're doing. I don't have the numbers for all of our patrol officers.
Just back to the first homicide again, Constable, I didn't ask this. Was the victim in this case, although there are charges listed under similar name, was he known to police or known to officers who work in that neighborhood?
I don't know what his background is specifically in relation to crime. It's not uncommon for our officers working in specific geographical areas to become familiar. I haven't been down there, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did know who this person was.
Is there any lobby security footage or anything that you would be releasing in the future?
We're still within the first 24 hours of this investigation. Our investigators are working to find out who's responsible for this. If we are able to locate video that we think would be helpful by releasing to the public, if we're not able to identify them ourselves, we will ask for the public's help. But at this point, we're focusing on collecting the evidence and seeing exactly what we're dealing with and moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you.